right, with every new mass shooting, we talk about potential red flags that may have been missed. The key is knowing when to act.
Metro Detroit has a task force, the FBI, Oakland County Sheriff, and mental health experts to do life and death threat assessments, but only when they're called in. As we saw with the Oxford school shooting, that doesn't automatically happen.
Tonight's 7 Action News reporter Jim Kirchner has an in-depth look at the evolving process now taking on new meaning.
With every new mass shooting, the elements that are closely examined are why it happened and could it have been prevented. In Buffalo, that starts with the white 18-year-old alleged shooter targeting black customers inside a grocery store based solely on race and hate and wanting the attack to be bigger and better.
First, they study what other people have done, and either because they want to emulate them or because they want to outcompete them or somehow achieve something bigger.
The evidence in the Buffalo cases, the alleged shooter wrote about what's called the Great Replacement to target blacks. The extremist theory can also be used to attack others, including Jews.
They're looking to express a certain set of motivations in a certain way, especially if they're in a state where they're looking to blame others or to offload problems onto other groups and justify engaging in certain actions such as violence against those groups.
Buffalo is now the focus of the Wayne State Center for Peace and Conflict Studies and the ramifications for everyone.
If there are copycats out there, what does that say to the people of Detroit?
It says we have a lot of work to do. And the idea is that this is an area where it would be relatively easy for this person to it's a terrible word to use, succeed in what they set out to do.
The warning signs for everyone to know, for family, friends, school officials, can be seen in social media posts, texts to friends and others, searching for guns and weapons online, searching for mass shooters online, family trouble, isolation.
If someone's hell-bent, you can't stop them. But in the majority of cases, someone's got mixed feelings about it. They're going to give hints because there's part of them that wants to be stopped or there's part of them that's looking for help.
The Oxford High School accused shooter gave several warning signs, including searching for ammunition on his phone in school the day before the shooting, and drew a picture depicting a shooting the morning before it happened. Get this process is evolving even for the experts.
Any psychiatric programs don't give practitioners a good basis for how to make these decisions, what to look for, how do you assess risk.
The evolving process points to doing more, not less, especially with teens and young adults. Dr. Shiner works with the FBI, Oakland County Sheriff's Task Force, to do threat evaluations.
Exclude someone from school for a few days, make them get an evaluation, do an investigation through law enforcement and mental health. There's very little downside to that.
17 states have red flag laws where police can take away guns from someone going through a crisis for a few days for a mental health review. Then the case is reviewed by a judge. It's been introduced in the Michigan legislature again this year, but again, it is stalled in committee. Republicans control the legislature.
The judge can tell us if we can act, and we get more information before we do anything permanent. How reasonable can you get?
This continues to be an evolving process with new lessons for and from the next mass shooting. Jim Kirchner, 7 Action News.
Jim, thank you. And for another look at those potential warning signs, head to WXYZ.com and look for Jim's story on the homepage.